and welcome to the SheerLuxe Vodcast. Today we are going to be talking about the hottest new Netflix show.
I actually just think the entire country is talking about Adolescence.
The news in fashion that everyone is talking about.
Imagine what he's going to do now at Dior.
I think it's the worst kept secret in fashion that Jonathan Anderson is going to Dior. And also Jamie Laing running an ultramarathon with no training. Good luck with that.
When people do challenges like this, a lot of the time you're like, they're definitely going to do this.
Yeah,
they're going to do it. You can tell.
Yeah.
Jamie, I'm like, is he?
Stay tuned. Hello, welcome to the SheerLuxe Vodcast. I'm your host, Nana Acheampong. Today I'm joined by makeup artist and co-founder of Velvet Smoke, Lisa Potter-Dixon.
Hello.
And director, hello. It is St. Patrick's Day. Thank you for the Irish accent. And I'm also joined by writer, director and co-founder of Zola Studios, my very good friend, Basma Khalifa.
Hello, I can actually do the Irish thing because I grew up in Ireland. You, however.
Sorry.
Well, today, guys, we are chatting all new things, new, noteworthy, plus our favourite celebrity moments of the week and answering your dilemmas. But before we dive into all of that, I have two reminders. Please do not forget to subscribe to wherever you listen to your podcast. It really helps us out. And secondly, the competition winner for the Sarah Chapman bundle, GFan1, please can you write into us so that we can send you your lovely, lovely prize. That is all the notes done, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Before we start talking, we're going to describe to anyone that is listening what we are wearing. So, Basma, I'm going to start with you.
I first of all have to say that we are all on safari.
We all are.
We all got the animal print memo today.
Somehow we all decided to go on safari, which is like a vibe. It is. Kind of into it. I am wearing snake print knee-high boots. I'm wearing...
Where are they from?
Oh, these are from ASOS, actually.
Come on, let's have a look at the little knee-high.
They're all the way up.
Nice.
I know. Very comfortable. First pair of knee-highs. Actually, Nana's the one who got me into knee-highs. I was like, she keeps making me want them. So I was like, this year. These are cause trousers, which I love. Slightly big, but I love. This is a mango two-piece, which is like cashmere and mango-esque and very... warm. And then this bonded leather jacket, which is also khaki, that is from Whistles, which I have coveted for like middle of last year. I was like, I really like this jacket. And I was like, it's kind of spenny, so you got to save up for it. But I'm obsessed with it and I get a lot of compliments and I feel like it's just a nice, like, fancy, not too fancy look.
Nice
so,
every day.
Lovely every day.
Really elevates the whole fit.
Thanks so much.
Lisa, on to you, also in khaki.
When we saw each other, we were like, are we joking here? What is going on? So I'm wearing a classic jumpsuit from the Frankie shop.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong. I've got it in it comes in actually a beige and a green. I've got the green on.
Yeah.
It's so easy. Chuck it on. One of those things that, what am I going to wear? Put this on. You'll look smart enough for the SheerLuxe podcast.
Put together.
Very nice.
And then I thought, seeing Nana today, better wear some animal print. Which is where it came from. And I've got on these old Topshop.
I love those. Every time you wear them, I'm like, why did I not buy them at the time?
Well, top tip, I just got this brand new pair on Vinted for 10 quid.
No way.
Yes. Topshop, old school Topshop. There's a lot of it on Vinted. So they're animal print with a Diamante heel. And then actually, because I will point it out, because as I was getting dressed, I thought, have you really done this? Again, by accident, I've got one David Attenborough sock on.
What is a David Attenborough
A sock with a picture of David Attenborough on.
Okay, right.
I am his number one fan.
There we go.
So that is my outfit today.
I love that. I am wearing, much like the boots, a bit of zebra print. I've got this amazing zebra print blazer, which is old H&M Studio from way back when. A little mango ribbed vest in brown, because I love black and brown together at the moment. Black leather trousers, wide leg trousers from Mango, and some black studded heels from Awake Mode times John Lewis.
Is it good, the Awake Mode John Lewis?
Oh my gosh,
I've considered going in.
The
it's
collab
fantastic.
was the jeans with the studs
Everyone
on.
got those jeans.
I know.
Is it still in store?
I think there's a little bit left in store and a little bit left online, but they're actually just... I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this, but they are doing a spring-summer collection.
Are they?
Which is really, really beautiful.
Can you text us and let us know when it's coming out, please? Because the other stuff sold out so quick.
Yeah.
Such a cool collab for them.
Yeah, it is. But let's move on to our first topic, guys. News and noteworthy. Basma, what are we loving this week?
I actually just think the entire country is talking about Adolescence.
Yeah,
and I
I
know
know.
you've seen it, you've binged it.
Yeah, I
I've binged it. You
have.
said you
Yeah,
binged it.
I have indeed.
I don't know how we all just like in one day.
Literally, I think because firstly it was only 4 episodes for anyone that hasn't watched it yet. Ashley Walters, Stephen Graham, who honestly believe
that guy.
is just the nicest guy. Anyone from Liverpool for a start.
Yeah.
I have a real thing about Liverpudlians. Like
I won't try that accent.
That one.
I love them. But
He's amazing. He co-created it
Co-created
and
it.
co-wrote it, but he didn't direct it. But
Yeah.
I do think that Stephen Graham is just like one of the UK's like...
He's a gem.
He's an absolute
Gems.
treasure. He's an
Yeah, like
absolute,
he never
he's a
he
national
didn't sell
treasure.
like to Hollywood. He stayed with
Yeah.
us. He kind of stayed Liverpudlian, and he's just gritty.
Yeah.
Everything he does, that just has
I mean,
like pure
Lockstock.
passion.
Let's remember, like, Lockstock. I mean, Brad Pitt was an executive producer on this
Yeah.
because they've stayed like close friends
Yeah.
since then. He gets his wife in everything, which I fully appreciate.
Yeah, he's
No,
amazing.
because
His wife in
so he gets his wife in everything
Yeah.
because he
She's
is
amazing.
dyslexic, so she reads all of his scripts, so
Yeah.
they pick everything together,
What a
and
team,
I'm like,
what a
that
team.
is just I
Yeah.
love them.
It's harrowing.
but yeah, the subject matter, like so current,
Yeah.
and obviously for anyone that has children, especially has a
teenagers.
son. Like I've got 4 nephews, and I just couldn't
Yeah.
stop thinking about them the
Same.
whole time.
Yeah.
If we talk about the way it's shot, I think the one take
Yeah.
of every single episode
I know.
is
Oh my
genius.
gosh! Right. So I had to get my phone out for this because I've obviously it's all over Instagram.
Yeah, everyone's, yeah.
So episode 1, the one that we saw, take 2, that made it in. So they nailed that straight away. Episode 2, take 13.
Wow.
Episode 3, take 11.
Wow.
Episode 4, take 16.
Wow. 16.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you know it's must be so exhausting
Yeah.
to do that because of the emotion that has to go into this.
Yeah.
But for me, when I was actually watching the behind the scenes footage of the camera, I mean these guys are so talented.
Yeah.
Literally, there's a scene where she's walking up the stairs, the
hand
wife
the
is
camera
walking
over.
upstairs, and they're handing the camera up over the banister to continue the shot. And if you haven't seen Boiling Point, which is also
The same, the type
filmed
of
again,
same way,
yeah,
one shot,
incredible.
In my favourite restaurant as well. Well, one of my
yeah,
favourite
it is,
restaurants. Jones and Sons, best roast dinner in East London.
You do love Jones and
I
Sons.
do love Jones and Sons. But yeah, Adolescence, for anyone that hasn't watched it, like I don't want to give anything away. But I don't
Also,
know if there's
can we-
anyone in the country that hasn't seen it at
I
this
think we
point.
need to give kudos to that 13-year-old who's never acted in his life before.
I know.
Never like
introducing Owen Cooper, who was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah,
Like
phenomenal.
what to take on for a 13-year-old.
He honestly, he's got such a bright future ahead of him. He's already picked up movie roles. He's already got a couple of
Yeah,
movies
yeah.
that
Not
he's
surprised.
doing. Yeah,
Yeah, not
it's kind of just like
surprised.
you like run with you're at the races at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
You're just like
yeah.
your career's made.
Stephen Graham and Ashley Walters are just
Together.
gonna like look after him for like the rest of his
Asha
career.
D, I love it. For those that know. But also, I just think there's a couple of scenes in a school. Again, we won't give anything away, but I would never speak to my teachers like that. I feel bad for teachers these days. I just think like the world has changed so much because of social media and the respect level for your elders
Yeah.
and such. When I don't know about you two, but I know when I was growing up, if I spoke to a teacher, I would just never.
Yeah,
I
you couldn't.
You'd get
You
away with
couldn't.
it.
You'd be
You wouldn't.
absolutely
Yeah, you
mortified.
wouldn't. But I felt for me, I was really taken aback by that because that is what's happening in schools.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
no, definitely.
I do definitely think like I don't know. There's so much TV now, right? We have so many things to watch, and I think when something hits, it's actually quite surprising that the whole country can suddenly talk about it when there is so much to watch.
Yeah.
So for this to be so gritty and normal, it's everyday life. It could happen to any family, and to tell it from their point of view, because often, as you should, tell it from the people that have actually lost a child. But to tell it from that point of view, I just thought was really interesting storytelling. Because suddenly you're like, oh, you never think about the family who just didn't know. They didn't know. You don't know what your kids get up to.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
I
It's
know.
about everyone else that it's
about everyone
affected,
else.
not
Yeah, for
just not just the victim
Yeah.
and not just the perpetrator.
Yeah.
But it just shatters everyone in their kind of stratosphere.
Brilliant storytelling.
Really, really brilliant. And
Watch it.
like I said, watch it if you haven't.
Yeah. I'd be surprised if you haven't, but yeah.
Yeah, by the time this comes out, like I said, I just don't know who else hasn't watched it at this point. Anything else you would like to talk about, Lisa?
Something new and noteworthy that where has this been for me?
Yeah.
And for you two too. The wearing app. Have you heard about this?
No.
Okay, guys. Clueless. Right? Clueless. The screen with the pick your clothes.
Yeah, that swings along.
It's happened.
Wearing is in what you're wearing.
Yeah, WHERING.
Yeah.
So basically, you upload all of your clothes. Firstly, it's taken me a few hours just to do my shoes, but we're going with it.
Yeah.
It takes...
Oh my God. I don't even know how long this would take me. But
seriously. But it's worth it. So
Yeah.
it automatically removes the background, and then you can put the brands, it categorizes it into like a boot, a heel, the material. I don't know how it does it, but it does it. And then it basically matches outfits for you, or you can save outfits that you think match, and it has a calendar, so you can go, right, this week I'm going to wear this. Like, imagine being this organized. Imagine not having a floor-drobe. Imagine knowing what's actually in your wardrobe.
I know.
That's the
My
key.
thing.
This one would be like, how would you
No,
I
I
don't know. So I was saying, I had some of my girls around at the weekend, and I was giving them a tour of the newly refurbed house.
Can't wait.
Your date's booked in as well. You need to come next.
I do.
My biggest thing was, I was like, I am just running out of space though, because I
Already?
always used to do wardrobe cleanses like every 3 months.
Yeah.
But I basically wasn't in the house for like nearly a year.
Yeah.
With the work being done. So now everything is just spilling out of everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wouldn't even know where to start with that app, because there's just too many clothes, there's too many
Well, it would be a good way
shoes.
to look through it all, though, right?
Yeah.
It would be a good way to do it. I am totally with you. I just built wardrobes in my spare room that were meant for my clothes. And they are just full of shoes, but the shoes now have photos on the boxes. Like, honestly,
that's nice.
It's very
That's
organised.
lovely.
But also, I would say I haven't bought any clothes this year.
Yeah. Oh, well done.
done.
Okay, the reason
I
is
love that
because
that's an achievement for us
that
as well.
I feel like I deserve
It's
an
really
award.
March.
ASOS saw that I was doing no clothes. They were like, "Here's a gift voucher." Plus, I've got a big ASOS haul coming. I was like, "Thank you so much."
You're like, I didn't buy it, technically.
Exactly. So I'm doing it to like the beginning of April. Well done, me again.
Yeah.
But the reason I've been able to do it is because I've bought loads of home stuff instead, which is actually way
you're
more
still buying.
expensive.
You're
Yeah,
still
yeah. So
But-
you've just shifted.
Just shifted slightly.
Yeah.
But I'm the same. I've got so much amazing stuff, so much vintage, so much archive from like designers that I work with at shows,
Yeah.
like amazing stuff. And I need to wear it.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping this wearing app will
Right.
support
Yeah.
me. And I just want to give a shout out to my assistant, Dawny, who is basically uploading all this
Exactly.
stuff.
Who's doing all the
Thank you.
uploading.
Thank you so
my
much.
gosh.
Thank you, Dawny.
Shout out.
Good luck.
Shout out, Dawny.
Oh my gosh. I love that. We are going to move on to Mustn't Miss. Usually it's something to do with SheerLuxe.
And it still is.
It still is, because obviously we are pumping out that content. Basma, you recently...
Yeah, I attended SheerLuxe's first ever Ramadan Iftar,
Yes.
which was at the Mandarin Oriental in Soho a couple of weeks ago. We're in the thick of Ramadan now, so this is actually the first day that I've woken up early to be here with you guys. So
Wow.
you're very lucky.
Thank you.
I usually wake up before 10 a.m.
Yeah.
We've changed our body clocks at this point.
Yeah.
But last night I was like, I actually have to go to sleep like all the time to actually wake up. But yeah, it was lovely. It was a really nice opportunity to meet some women that I would have never had the chance to meet before.
Yeah.
To meet the SheerLuxe team, which I was sitting next to Georgie and getting to know everyone. It was quite cool just to be like, oh, I wouldn't have known these people. And the woman sitting next to me was insane. She was like, the rest of us are like, I'm a filmmaker, I did whatever.
Yeah.
She was like, so I work with NASA. Oh my God. And I was like, all right, okay.
Casual job.
No, literally, it was so lovely. I've actually never been to the Mandarin Oriental, but to just hear what like the Muslim heritage people are doing. There was like a baroness who was like hosting it, and just to hear what you guys are doing in the Middle East. It was nice. I don't think SheerLuxe have ever done a dinner for
No, they
Iftar.
haven't. It's the first time.
Yeah, so it was cool to be part of the first one as well.
You look
Hopefully
stunning,
we'll
by the way.
Thanks. I feel
absolutely
slightly
loved-
overdressed.
But I love being the most overdressed person in the room.
I was like walked in, everyone was like in pantsuits.
What were you
and,
wearing?
Like, Tyler Marmot dress, and it was fully like tasseled and long, and I had my hair like,
was it like
slicked
burgundy
back.
or brown?
Yeah, it was like a burgundy, maroony color.
Wow.
It was so nice to wear, because also you can just eat and eat and eat, and no one can. Like,
No one can see
the
a
bloating
thing.
doesn't happen. Yeah, no one can see anything. So I just like flitted around. Definitely left some remnants of tassels in that place when I left. I just was like, oh, there's a tassel. But it was really sweet, because I went to one of my close friends who works at Harrods, my friend Bo, and I was like, I need a dress for this SheerLuxe dinner.
Yeah.
She was like, come to my wardrobe. And I've started doing that. I did it for Nana's
Yeah,
last year.
she's done it for mine. I'm like, I love that when friends come and shop my wardrobe.
Definitely.
You had,
Shop my wardrobe.
she had a wedding in Italy.
It was in Bologna, And I was like, Nana, please help me. She's like, come on over.
I was like, here's a dress, here's a Gucci bag, on your way.
Yeah. I'm like, you can borrow anything apart from my shoes.
No, you could honestly have shoes. I need to, what I'm going to do with this overflowing wardrobe that I have at the moment. Obviously, I'm running the London Marathon, which has totally become my whole personality and all I talk about, I feel. But I'm going to do a car boot sale just before the marathon with all of the extra stuff that I've got. And the proceeds will go to the Outrunners charity.
Nana, I want first dibs on shopping. Before it makes into the car boot, I just want to come over, do
You've already got, you're having my old cake mixer.
I can't wait. Yeah, so Nana was like, Nana does this thing in our group chat where she's just like, hey guys, I've got this extra thing, and you have to be fast. Like, I love it. You almost have to say yes and then work backwards and be like, actually, I don't want it. Because if you don't move, you're going to miss out.
There's like 10 girls in this group, and honestly, people are like, oh my God, I can't believe I've missed this.
And this year, I was quick.
Come on, what you get?
I'm getting that cake mixer.
Oh, the cake mixer.
I'm so excited as well.
I've got a grey smeg one, but it doesn't now fit with the new kitchen, so I'm getting a black one.
Yeah,
of course,
fine, get it.
Yeah.
It's like when people come and arrange my beauty room. I actually have like, like a little basket, shopping basket. And go, off you go.
No, you do not.
Oh,
You let
off you
people
go.
just shop in your...
Off you go. They're just shopping, particularly when the kids come around just to occupy them so that we can just
let them do
drink.
their
Yeah. You can have some wine.
Yeah, you've got to be 1 hour minimum.
Oh my God, I love that. I'm coming to your house
You're
after I
more
go to
than
Nana's
welcome.
house.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually love shopping people's wardrobes. And I love people coming to my wardrobe and being like, what can I have?
Yeah,
Like, that's also the circular part of it, is just being like, I don't need this stuff.
You don't need more
I just need a
stuff.
one outfit. Yeah, because I wore the SheerLuxe Iftar.
Yeah.
Like, it's a one and done.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So once I've done it, I'm good.
Yeah.
So yeah, then I give it back to her. But yeah.
I love that. But yeah, anyone that wants to check out the Iftar dinner, we've got a
was so
really
sweet.
great video on YouTube.
Yeah.
I want to come to the next one.
Yeah, come to the next one.
Yeah,
100%.
definitely.
Yeah.
And you also did one at Shoreditch House as well.
Yeah, I did a short
heard-
every year for 3 years. Last 3 years, I've done a Shoreditch House dinner where we host 60 people. It's like members and friends and family.
60, amazing.
And I make it my mission every year to choose a different chef for the dessert and the main. And I just find them. I go on Instagram. I go to
just
a market.
research,
Research people that maybe haven't had the opportunity to like host or like work with Shoreditch House or Soho House Group. So it's so special every year. And this year we went from it was 45 last year, we went to 60 this year. And it's just a beautiful time. There's people that are Muslim that come, people that aren't Muslim, people who just want to try this year was Iraqi food, Pakistani desserts. It's like, it's not like a super like Islamic event. It's more a case of just like breaking bread together.
Yeah.
And it's such a lovely, honestly, every year I feel like my Ramadan doesn't start until we do this event.
Yeah.
And I raised $2,500 for charity for Sudan.
amazing.
Yeah, it was lovely. It was, honestly, it's my favorite time. It's becoming my favorite time of year.
One of my best friends has
so-
just moved to Dubai for work, and it's her first time experiencing Ramadan there. And she said it is the most beautiful.
Magical.
Yeah.
She said it's like having a Christmas dinner every single day.
She said that's a really good way to describe it.
She said it's bringing people together, everyone you love. She just said it's just the most beautiful energy everywhere,
Yeah.
and that's incredible.
Honestly, I crave Ramadan when it comes around, and I'm we're nearly
You're
at the last 10 days.
Oh my gosh, that's gone so quickly.
I'm honestly so sad because also, guys, you know it's an amazing way to skip out on events and dinners with friends. You're like, oh, sorry, I'm fasting. I can't come. Oh, you want to meet for coffee or a meeting? Can't come.
Sorry, fasting.
So it's a really awesome get out of jail card. It's a great one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just crave it, and I love the little like solitude that you have. But we're hurtling towards the end, so it's all going to be over soon. Oh my gosh. But yeah, lovely time. I love it.
Yeah, I love that. Lisa, what mustn't we miss from you?
We had some exciting news in Velvet Smoke. I feel like it's really important to talk because I'm really bad at talking about like the things that I do, and I think as a female, business owner,
founder,
and I feel like we just at Velvet Smoke launched a bath product, which is like my dream.
Oh my gosh, what is it? I love having a bath.
So
You love a
sorry.
bath.
I love a
I have a
bath.
bath every day religiously, even if I get
Every
in
day?
Seriously.
Same.
Wait, like
See, this is why we are friends.
Yeah, honestly. Right, I'm like, between 10 minutes and half an hour. It depends.
Same.
It really does depend. But even if it's 4 a.m. and I've come in from a night out, I'm like,
You
run me a bath. Yeah, I run a bath. So we have a candle called Filthy Rose, which is like damson rose and saffron, and it's got tobacco in it. It's gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful. And we've linked up with Soapsmith, who are another female-founded brand.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, they have a bath soak, which is one of my favourite bath products. And I went to Sam, the owner, and I said, girl, we need to do a Filthy Rose version. So we created
collab. I love
a collab.
that.
So we've done that and launched it. And it's just really amazing. Coconut milk, sea salt, really, really great for when you're training for anything, Nana.
Yeah.
Because it's really great for your recovery. So yeah, that's really cool. And it's just, nice to mention it, I suppose.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Where do we get this?
On
your website?
velvetsmoke.com. Yeah, the only
Got
place.
it.
The only place.
Amazing. Talking of bath products, I'm going to move on to skin.
Yes.
'Cause, I love a little bit of skincare. Tatcha Dewy Skin. You're a fan, aren't you?
I've actually got it on this morning, and like this, I
Have
had
you?
no idea that we were
Is
going
it
to be
good?
talking about
I
it.
thought about getting
Yeah,
it.
listen, Japanese brand, just beautiful, beautiful products. For me, worth the money,
Yeah.
and that is an award-winning product for
It
a
is,
reason.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a great moisturizer. If you don't know what moisturizer to pick next, go for that. It's really great.
Wow, if you are thinking of delving into Tatcha, we actually have a competition. So it's got the Dewy Skin Cream in, we've got some silk sunscreen, we've got a brightening serum, along with loads of other stuff. All you need to do to win this competition is simply write something in the comments, how much you love us. That would be nice. No, just anything you love about the podcast, or any thoughts you have on the podcast, write in the comments. We'll pick a competition winner, and then we will send this glorious Tatcha bundle. It's called the Ultimate Skin Bundle from Tatcha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different products.
That's
in
amazing.
it. Yeah,
Get
totally worth it. So yeah, very excited about that for someone to win. We are now going to move on to hot topics, favourite celeb moments of the week, what we are loving. Basma?
I actually detest that I'm going to talk about this because I can't believe I'm going to talk about football. I hate that I'm doing this.
This is very off-brand for
It's
you.
very off-brand.
I must say.
It's so off-brand. But Newcastle United won their first cup in 70 years. It's not that I actually care, but I watched it and I cried.
Yeah.
Also, only because I think for all of us, if you have brothers, you do grow up watching these things. So you consume the feelings of your brothers or your dads or your uncles, whatever male figures who watch, not only males that watch football, but women as well. But the men in my life watch a lot of football. And my eldest brother was always a Newcastle United supporter.
Yeah.
And my dad and my other brother were Manchester United supporters. So in the glory days of Manchester United, we won everything.
Yeah.
I say universal we, I
because
cared.
you were in it.
And Newcastle won nothing. And every weekend I'd see my brother be really sad. One brother was sad, one brother was happy. And it was a very sad time. And this weekend was my brother's 40th birthday. And Newcastle were also playing. And he had his little 2-year-old daughter, my little niece. And we all just were bracing ourselves. And I said to him, I was like, listen, I'm going to do a little prayer for you. And that's going to make you win.
Yeah. And so you're
And
taking
it
full
worked.
credit.
Full
Taking full credit. This little prayer that
my
you
little
did.
prayer, it's what did it. It's
Yeah.
what pushed it over the edge.
Yeah.
But they won, and I just felt so happy for my brother to almost get his comeuppance, but also happy for Newcastle because I think that
I love an underdog story.
an underdog
personally.
story. They don't win. They don't win anything.
Yeah.
And it was a big deal.
Yeah.
It was. And also I think that at Wembley as well, which is amazing. I mean, there's football in my house 24/7.
Yeah, right. All the football.
Does Theo love football?
Theo plays football. He's obsessed with football.
See,
He's
all the time.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Well, yeah, we did watch it.
Nice.
But his brother is a Newcastle supporter.
Nice.
So
So you got the feeling as well.
We got the drunk videos of the screaming in the pub.
Nice.
I mean, Theo is watching anything on telly, and he's got a phone with football on at all
yes.
times.
You have
Seriously,
that- you have that
obsessed.
marriage.
Yeah. but yeah, no, it is amazing that they've done this. It's amazing, I think, also, like you say, for the underdog, but for the fans, I just think, people have supported them forever.
Oh my gosh, that's it. And they actually, there'll be some really older generation Newcastle fans that thought they would never see this in their lifetime.
So nice, you guys.
It's so nice.
It
it's a
is.
really nice
God, I hate that I've talked about football.
warm and fuzzy feeling. I know, I didn't think I'd ever speak about football on the SheerLuxe podcast. But here we are.
Changing the subject.
On to you,
Well-
Lisa. What have you...
Still in the sport. I'm going to put inverted commas here.
Yeah.
So every year on Radio 1, they do a challenge for Comic Relief.
Yeah.
And this year, Jamie Laing is doing 5 days of 5 ultramarathons. So 1 ultramarathon, 30 miles a day. The guy has not trained.
Even a little bit?
No, well, okay. So the max he's run is 20K, right? Wow. So Nana, you know from your marathon running that is wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not even about the fact if he has the ability to do it. It's the way your body reacts, right? So yesterday I had the radio. I was driving for quite a long time yesterday, and I was listening to it in and out, in and out.
Has he started this?
Yeah,
by the
yesterday
way?
was the first day, and he did it.
Right.
He did it.
it?
Oh, he did yesterday, yeah, and he started again today, so he has to do it 5 days in a row. Props to him, the guy who is one of the most positive people out there.
I feel like he's going to be broken at the end of this because honestly, that is
brutal on your body.
Yeah, it's just a strain on your knees, your like everything.
To be able to do one,
let
it's
alone
impressive.
Exactly, let alone 5.
It's kind of crazy.
So 30 miles every day.
Yes. But do you know what I really love about this? When people do challenges like this, a lot of the time you're like, they're definitely going to do this.
Yeah,
they're going to do it. You can
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah.
Jamie, I'm like,
I actually don't know about this.
So
You're
talking of underdogs.
I'm not too sure. I wish him all the best.
best.
And like
got this.
literally, coming from someone that has obviously been in training, wow. Because that is a lot.
There's no like time limit. He could just run for 10 hours a day, technically.
Well,
There's no,
yeah,
like,
but
has to do it in a certain amount of time.
Yeah, but yesterday I think because he stops and starts, it's not like a
of course.
constant. So he has to talk on the radio in between, kind of thing. So I think he'll do 10 miles and then he'll stop for however long, half an hour. But the total running time yesterday was something like, it was under 6 hours for 30 miles,
Really? Oh my
which
God.
is unbelievable. Maybe a little bit too quick.
Yeah, you might want to slow it down a little bit. The pacing, he doesn't know anything about pacing, clearly.
Zero. But I just think good for him, and they're so great at raising money for such a great cause.
I was going to say, they'll raise so much money for Comic Relief,
exactly.
which I absolutely love. I love Comic Relief coming on a little Friday night.
Yes, same.
It's just great.
Love the TK Maxx t-shirts.
Yes.
They're always great.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're always really fun. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe he is doing that. I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, wish him all the best.
Yes.
All the best, definitely. I am going to move on to what I think, again, the entirety of anyone in the fashion world is talking about. My whole news feed for the last kind of 2 weeks. I'm going to start off with number 1, Donatella Versace. Leaving, or not leaving, stepping down as creative director from Versace. She is now going to be global brand ambassador, I think.
Of her own brand.
I know.
By the way, you are so Versace today.
Look
at you.
The gold bling, the zebra print. I think what that woman has done after the death of her brother is absolutely phenomenal. And I hope she takes a step back right now and just appreciates everything.
How long was she?
I want to say, I need to check,
30.
but I think it was 37 years.
Wow.
Something along those lines. I just think what she did or what she has done has been so incredible. Versace is definitely, I would put it up there as one of like my favourite brands. I love the kind of like OTT. That's it. It's like being the most overdressed person in the room. Like it really speaks to me. And they've just had some of the most iconic campaigns, supermodels, people.
Red
I mean,
carpet.
the Jennifer Lopez dress for the Grammys that year. I remember trying to get that dress remade for my 17th birthday. Had it done, and my mum was like, "Are you on crack? Take that off." Like there was a lot of chest.
For your 17th, I love that.
I was like, "Here's a picture." J-Lo, me. I was like, "Not on my watch." But so many iconic dresses.
Well, that's
and
the
moments.
thing. She's kept consistent. I feel like that's the thing. A lot of brands now are constantly redeveloping themselves, recreating themselves. What she's done is kept that brand. You can look from a mile away and go, that's Versace.
Yeah, exactly.
And
the brand recognition is top tier.
Yeah.
And also, there's not that many female creative directors. There's not enough at all. And she is definitely one to kind of always look up to.
Yeah, for sure.
And she's been there. And I just...
I know they're talking about her like she's family. She's been there for
She's
me.
been there. No, honestly,
We've been on a journey together.
Yeah.
I just love her, and I just think everything that she's done is so iconic. So her stepping down. Congratulations. And
Yeah.
like I say,
Well
I hope she takes the moment to kind of take it all in.
And that's what we all need to do because we never do that.
No, we were always
never do
on
that.
a rat race
Yeah.
and a constant, I always say like the hamster wheel.
Yeah, it
You
is.
never actually pause and think, oh my gosh, like look at all of this that I've achieved.
Yeah.
So yeah, props to her. The other biggest news that is definitely right now on all of the news feed, Jonathan Anderson leaving Loewe.
Guys, the way my heart sunk, I was like, as if I know the man. Like, I literally was so sad. I even did a LinkedIn post about it. I was that sad. I was like, this is it's such a big deal because I think, yes, if we compare it to Donatella, she's created a legacy over 30 plus years, which is amazing. He's reinvented it.
Yeah, he has.
Right? Loewe, 30% year on year has gone up in sales. That is, and the magnitude of what he's done, the realism, like, I just think he's actually a little bit of a genius.
Yeah,
And we always give Jonathan Anderson credit, but I don't know something about Loewe. I know it was my first bag
I
I
think we as like in England gave, because we had JW Anderson,
Yeah.
we gave him credit. I think what happened with Loewe was it was a global scale where everyone got to see how incredible he is as a creative director, as a designer. And he took this kind of heritage Spanish brand that had been around for hundreds of years and just propelled it into this complete stratosphere that we're all kind of like, like mouth open, like, oh my gosh, you can't be like season after season.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing.
Like that show you wanted to see, you were, I mean, not that I can afford everything, but I definitely bought in to the handbags, the jeans that, well, I bought the jorts because I don't, I don't wear jeans. I was thinking I actually should have worn them today in like,
In honour.
in honour. But yeah, I feel like everyone has got a little piece of him.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
His ready to wear, like what you can actually buy off a hanger in the shop,
exactly.
is absolutely amazing because a lot of designers, they won't actually put their collections that have been on the runway on the shop floor, and his transferred to the everyday person so
with that white tank top. Like
white
who thought that we would all be fawning
Everyone
over a white tank top, and lo and behold, that was the hottest item. It's just a tank top, guys.
An expensive one.
But everyone wanted it. The puzzle bag.
The puzzle bag's 10-year anniversary this year as well. Like, and it's the bag that, like, even that bag, like, you know it.
Yeah.
You know it's a Loewe bag.
Yeah.
My first designer bag that I've ever owned was a Loewe bucket bag. And I just think, like, to be able to create that and to be able... I always think with designers, I don't know, maybe not, but if you can create one legacy, like, product... that they just keep on reinventing, changing the colors, changing the fabric, whatever. He did that with the puzzle bag. And I think that's like such a feat to do and make everyone obsessed with it.
Yeah. And his accessories, all the accessories.
Yeah,
the
I
shoes.
know. This is it. The shoes.
The
balloon.
The one with the balloon.
The balloon shoes.
The belts.
Yes.
I mean, the sunglasses.
The sunglasses. I have many a pair of
You
sunglasses.
have more sunglasses than anyone I know.
I know. Many a Loewe pair.
Imagine what he's going to do
Do you think he's...
I know.
Well,
he is.
Breaking news.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean, I think it's the worst kept secret
for sure.
in fashion that Jonathan Anderson
that he's
is going to do.
No, but wait.
No, I think it's going to be incredible.
Insane.
Can't afford
Incredible.
Dior.
Yeah, but the thing is like he probably will make wearable pieces that
Hopefully.
are going to be more affordable. Because imagine Dior denim. Like imagine
Yeah,
what he could do with the basics as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, apparently he's already done spring summer. So let's wait and
see.
see.
Who's going to take Loewe?
I mean,
so many questions.
Yeah, I mean,
need a woman in
this
that.
whole kind of chess of creative
Yes.
directors going round at the moment.
Denmark going to Gucci.
Imagine if
as well. There's lots
Donatella
of
was
change.
like, surprise!
It's like, actually, love you, Versace, however.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I'm interested to see? What if he does Dior? Will the logo change?
I mean-
Because you know the way the Loewe logo's so you know it.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I wonder if there'll be like a Christian Dior logo that will change.
Yeah, maybe because they did change it for the beauty products.
Yeah.
So
I wonder what they'll
maybe.
do. Okay, fine. I'll be excited, but I'm still sad.
I am very, very excited. I, for one, cannot wait. But lastly, we are going to move on to our dilemmas. This is where our listeners have sent us in some burning dilemmas, which we are going to try our best to answer. I mean, I'm always flabbergasted that people are like, yeah, I'll take your opinion. I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Okay, number one, we are going to start off with a relationship dilemma. Do long distance relationships ever work, or do they just delay the inevitable?
Yeah, of course they work. I don't know why. I mean, I have a very funny thing with relationships because I don't feel... I've never been the girl that needs to be in my boyfriend's pocket or like literally on his neck, being like, I want to see you every single day. I've always just been quite independent. So, I mean, even now, I feel like if someone lives in North London and lives in South London, that in myself
It's 100% a long distance
It's a long distance
relationship.
relationship. That's a 2-3 hour trip.
Yeah.
You know? So in my head, I'm like, does that mean I'm not going to date someone living in
Are
North
you
London?
walking?
How long did you say it took you to get to East London?
To be fair.
Lisa said yesterday or whatever it was, it took you 2 hours to get to Hackney from
it does.
Kingston.
Yeah. It's
I
true.
feel that could
That's
be a long
long
distance
distance, but you're not
relationship.
going to not do it. Like, I actually think that if you have solid communication and we have FaceTime, it can work, but you just have to be able to set sort of, I'm seeing you now. So there's always a time when you're going to see the person.
Yeah.
You can never leave it without like an open, I don't know
Yeah.
when I'm seeing you.
Although I think that probably they're not thinking 8 miles, they're probably thinking Australia.
Yeah. It
I don't know.
depends. Yeah.
It depends. If you have to get on a plane, like that is obviously a lot more difficult. But I mean, I've been with Theo for 21 years, so long time. But there was a time where I was in Australia for like 3 months, right at the beginning of our relationship. So I think you're right, communication. We actually used to, because we didn't really have social media back then, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
To write letters to each other. We still got them.
Oh, that is
So romantic.
It's like the olden days.
Isn't it? It's like the olden days. I've still got all
Oh my
of
God,
them.
that is lovely.
Yeah.
I want someone to write me a love letter.
But do you know what? That's really nice because actually, even with all the technology and whatever, writing each other a love letter. Or
agree.
I write my friends love letters. Billy, who's all of our friends, and obviously, you know, Bill's is on the SheerLuxe podcast quite a lot.
Yeah.
During lockdown, Bill's wrote us all love letters.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
and then we
so
all
lovely.
started it. I've still got them all, and then we all just carried it on, like writing
That's
each other.
so sweet.
It's so nice, and I love sending cards and stuff. So I think that if you are in a long distance relationship, don't be afraid to write a letter because how nice is it when you are thinking, oh, do they really care about me? Whatever, to reread a letter.
Yeah, I think they can definitely work.
Yeah.
I am much like you, where I like my own space a lot of the time, as long as you've got really, really great communication. And I think we don't go 3 weeks without seeing each other, or 6 weeks, like depending on where you are, however
Set
long
dates.
it is. Exactly, set dates, have times, and it makes those times that you are together even more special. So I definitely don't think you're delaying the inevitable. You just need to want it enough.
Yes.
Yeah, it's your communication style. If you can do it with who you are as a person, then you can make it work. I think it's such an individual thing. I don't think it's a blanket. You can or you can't.
Yeah, exactly. Right, let's move on to the next one. How do you feel about the increasing trend of anti-aging beauty products? I might run for you. Should we be embracing our natural aging?
Right.
Or fight against it?
Again, it's kind of an each to their own situation, I suppose. I think that we should feel quite lucky that we have all of these amazing products that help us look after ourselves.
Yeah.
For me, like, I think it's a privilege to age.
Yeah.
I think it's a privilege to
100%.
age. But when I say that, I don't mean that I need to look my age. I mean, I'm 43 this year, and I think,
don't look your age.
Thank you so much. Probably not having kids, but, but I think I look pretty good because I really look after my skin.
Yeah.
And I've recently this year started using like LED masks and that zip thing that like has all the little microcurrents.
Yeah.
And it's made a real difference. So I think that it's up to you what you want to use, but take advantage of the stuff that we have got because there is so much good stuff out there. What I do think is where it's a little bit more complicated is with things like surgery and fillers and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I have definitely had a bit of Botox in my forehead. I've only had it there and that's just because I wanted to and I love it.
Yeah.
Whatever. I think girls that are super young having it, again, obviously it's your own choice, but we have to be a little bit wary of that because obviously down the line, you don't know how that's going to affect you.
Yeah.
But I just think let everyone do what they want as long as they're going to properly train people that have got the right qualifications. And you do you, boo.
If you were to give me your top 3 anti-aging products, what would they be?
A retinol, for sure.
Who?
Okay, the Skin Rocks retinol is fantastic and medicates.
Yeah.
They are absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Over the age of 25, depending on your type of skin, start putting a retinol in. make sure you start with a low level. Don't use something that's like super high level because they come in different numbers.
Yeah.
Because if you do that, it can irritate your skin, but doing that regularly. Facials, actually, rather than the product, a treatment. Having a facial even once or twice a year can make such a huge difference to your skin.
Yeah.
Because it rehydrates, it gives you kind of a glow. It's looking after your skin. If you've got problematic skin, it can help. It just helps in so many different ways, and self-care is always good. Yeah. And then my third one, it's so hard. It's a vitamin C. Sunday Riley.
I love.
And obviously SPF.
Yeah.
So I had to get that in there because obviously SPF, just make sure you're using it every day.
Okay, next one. I am constantly torn between what's trendy and what feels like me. How do I build a wardrobe that's both stylish and true to my personality?
Nana, I think you should answer this. Because if there's one person who dresses true to her personality, it is Nana.
Yeah,
I want to know your answer.
Absolutely. I think knowing what suits you first and foremost, I always say to kind of like friends or clients that I'm styling, whoever it might be, work out what your body shape is, work out what pieces are going to accentuate your waist or elongate your legs, whatever it is that you want to kind of like show off. That is your starting building block. And then when personality comes into it, what do you like?
Yeah,
it's
what makes you feel good.
Absolutely fine to dress for yourself and no one else. That is what we should all be doing. So whilst you want to tap into trends, that's absolutely fine to kind of dip in and try. But essentially, what is it that you love? And work with that. And whether it's starting a Pinterest board or saving some images on Instagram to come up with a little mood board of this is my whole aesthetic.
Yeah.
That is where I would go.
Oh, I completely agree. I just think as well that trends are trends, right? They're always going to be here. And if you're always going to click on new in when you go to any website, you're going to be looking at trends too. But actually, the things that I love most in my wardrobe are the things I've had for years and years and years
100%.
that I pick up and I continue, and they make me feel good. They make me smile.
I think I've had this for about 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. I think that is so important. And that goes for clothes, it goes for your home, it goes for your makeup bag. It's about how things make you feel.
I also think it's a journey, right? Like I feel like what I dressed like 10, 15 years ago to what I dress like now. Like as you get older and as you grow and as you figure out what you like and also figure out your body. I think as women, it takes us a bit of time to figure out like, oh, what works, what doesn't work,
100%.
and change. And when you're bloated, you're on your menstrual cycle, all these things change how you want to feel day to day. So I think as long as you sort of like get to know yourself, it will help you actually get to know your style.
Yeah.
Great answers, ladies. Love that. Right, ladies, that was our last dilemma. What a great one to end on. Thank you so much to Basma and Lisa for joining me today. You have had some great chat. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. And please do subscribe anywhere that you listen to your podcast. It really helps us out. Just a reminder, guys, you need to enter this Tatcha competition. It is a bundle worth hundreds and hundreds of pounds. All you need to do is write a little comment in the comment section and we will randomly pick out a winner. Good luck. Until next week. See you later.